This guitar don't like the weather out here this morning. It's a little chilly. I tune it, I walk outside, and it says, nope. It's kind of a cool thing, actually, right? That a guitar is really just kind of, right? Wood is always moving, expanding and contracting. Temperature and humidity. I get it. How y'all doing? That's a little better. Really, when I do these sunrise gatherings, I should be out here an hour before, letting my guitar get used to this weather. If I cared just a little bit more about you guys, I would have warmed up my voice, acclimated my guitar, and potentially showered. Choose me, but don't forsake me. Pick me up, please don't break me. The leaves, they blow like ashes, and our lives, they burn like flashes. I may never flow in this fire, I won't glow like a burnt mountain sky, but I will try. I stubbed my toe on a sandy beach. I see things that are reach. Sometimes I crawl and cram. Always will be where I am. I move slow through a cherry rhubarb pie. I won't glow like a burnt Montana sky. Will try. I'm gonna build it up on this sacred ground. Here I go, here I go. I'm gonna build it up on this sacred ground. Here I go, here I go. Sometimes when I turn the station, it leads to my elation. Sometimes when I stay put, yeah. Things turn out just as good. I may never grow to catch your eye. I won't glow like a burnt Montana sky, but we try. We try. make a stepping sand, fall back onto the ground. Will I find you every time when I'm back on my knees, fumbling around? It's a foregone conclusion every time I'm dry, but the contact gets me high. You see me lying here, wonder how I see things, dear. Will I find every time when I'm back on my knees, hopelessly down? It's a foregone conclusion every time I try, yeah, but the contact gets me high. To Johnny, he sent a letter to the Globe, to the governor, said it again. Said I saw him twice last week. This girl Monique, while his wife said the doc's getting thin. He's late with the mob, kickbacks, every job, got them all out in charge of the dig. And his drug cartel, it's sure doing well, runs it all from the priests and the pigs. And if you don't print my story, I'll go somewhere else. All of the things I saw, cause it's a scandal paradise, regular coup d'etat. Scandal child paradise, regular coup d'etat. Well now Jean at the Globe, she got Johnny's letter and her mouth puckered up at the seams. You see stories that's huge. You see stories as huge, this at the stand for news. Oh man. Well, Jean at the Globe, she got Johnny's letter and her mouth puckered up at the seams. You see stories as huge at the standard for news. She been living out her hopes and her dreams. She sent her right down to print where a mornin Clint soaked it into his bloodshot eyes. He called Joe from McNews and pissed in his shoes and sent it out over the wires. Before 4 o'clock that afternoon, everybody had a flapping jaw. Scandal, regular coup d'etat. Scandal, birthdays, regular coup d'etat. It's a scandal. Well now me and the boys, we were down at Sully's, drinking at the day in the pits. McNew's on the screen, our foreman Dean shouts out, ain't that the gov in the mix? Hey man, I voted for that lousy SOB. And we all shouted can to clown. And bars and homes all around, all the neighboring town, the same ugly scene went down. We better march on the Capitol, show them we're not as dumb as they think we are. Cause it's a kind of best day, regular cool day time. Scandal check, best days, a regular cool day time. It's a scandal. Well, the governor stood in his office, white teeth, silk suit, looking down at the scene on the streets. We'd all come out holding signs and shouting the governor's a crook and a cheat. Just then a lackey burst in with a desperate grin. He said, what we're gonna do now, chief? Well, the gov just lit up the pipe, said it'll be alright. We'll call the national party for relief. Man, in 2 weeks' time, now that it's all cleaned up without so much as a hammer or a haw. Cause it's a kind of rest day, regular cool day time. Scandal, rest days, a regular cool day time. Scandal. Well, the next day flew by, the party thugs arrived with their wrists handcuffed to their files. Except we got a three-pronged attack to get you back on track, and the gov flashed a glistening smile. First we'll slander this buck-tooth Johnny guy, and you're gonna roll out this tax cut plan, and we'll help redistrict just so hardly no one will know, but we'll never lose elections again. Meanwhile, you better toe the party line, or by next year's time, you'll be a community professor of law. Cause it's a kind of best day, it's a cool day time. Scandal, rest days, it's a cool day time. Well, now some make guess and others detest the store of putters out like a match. We all had the gulp shovel talk show pulp down the sordid proverbial hatch. And Buck-tooth Johnny, who started it all, he got a dose of the old wolf for. They say they caught him online committing the crime of consorting with terrorists and whores. But he just signed a deal on a book called Squeal. It'll be featured on Oprah this fall. Cause it's a kind of birthday, making the cool day top. Scandal, raise the days, making the cool day top. A scandal. Meanwhile, Joe from McNew's won a Pulitzer for his outstanding work in the field. Keep his reputation clean, he had to pay off Jean, signed her up to a 6-figure deal. Presidential run for the gov, guess he proved to the thugs who could sure play a mean game of ball. And for those that ain't rich, we stick back in the pits, overwhelmed by the blur of it all. Yeah, we'll give $50 back off of next year's taxes, spend it on whiskey and chaw. Meanwhile, the school downtown gets his budget cut down, ripped out with a serpent-like claw. And if you're looking for truth, well, you could set up a booth, peddle anything that cuts like a saw. Cause it's a scandal, raise the days, a regular cool day time. Scandal, raise the days, a regular cool day time. Scandal, raise the days, a regular cool day time. It's a backdoor deal, it's a flam, it stinks at that your naysay quad. It's a scandal. Good morning. How y'all doing? Whew. Oh, Chef Paul, the rock wall is still there. You know what? It is holding strong against the elements. It's a little overgrown right now, which is just fine with me. Yeah. Luckily, my backyard isn't very big, so it didn't take me very long to build a rock wall. Hope y'all are doing well. It's another beautiful morning. It is feeling a little brisk around here. It's actually, there are a lot of things about being out here in the mornings that remind me about our time together in the desert during the 500. Each time I come out here, right, the sun is rising just a little bit later. Right, you get you feel the seasons change, and it's incredible, right? Day by day and week by week, how you can really, when you come out and you spend a little time in a space, you can really feel and watch the seasons change a little bit. I got the cold fingers on the guitar this morning that I used to have on those chilly winter evenings in California in the desert. It doesn't exactly feel comfortable, but it also triggers a lot of pretty amazing memories. Different times. Oh, all right. It's funny, I take a weekend off and it feels like it's been a million years since I got to play with my bandies. And it's so funny, right? Like, I love being with my family. It's been pretty special to be around here. For those of you who haven't tuned in a little bit, we had a couple birthdays around the house this weekend, and took some time off the road to just be with family, and that was all great. But man, you'd think after the 8 million shows I've played in my life, I wouldn't miss it so much when I didn't play. Looking for some kind of sign, tired, dazzled and slowly running out of time. Walk out some kind of line, search for salvation and find it only in my mind. Caught up with notions, like swimming in oceans, running my mouth to keep up with my head when they misuse me, will I be able to mend? I guess I'll find out in the end. The papers print news of the times, jumbled and fumbled across their own party lines. Creation of truth is the crime, packaged and stacking ourselves for fulfilling paradigm. Walking this straight line, straight at a landmine, running our mouths to keep up with our heads. Will it surround us, astound and confound us, or will we be able to bend? I guess we find out in the end. Does our ambition lead to this calamity? Why must I concede to preach what I failed, make it all real, and I get no as I've come to believe that the blueprints were lost from the start. Guess we're just winging it, building worlds filled with art, painted in words or in rhyme. Dangle it softly, see if you will shape the time. Working, creating, anticipating, running our mouths to keep up with our heads. Will they adore it, abhor, or ignore it? The message we're trying to send. I guess we found out in the end. Let's go out this way. That's pretty. Oh. don't know what it is. Maybe it's like my fingers get too hard and cold. There it is. That's funny. Oh. Ah, some old school songs this morning. Not particularly intentional. Started to get excited this week. I mean, it's so funny. It's like, you know, so much of our summer is focused on the Ramble. For those of you who have been eagerly anticipating the results of all of the incredible work that we were able to do together at the Ramble, it's coming. We got a big meeting coming up tomorrow, 2 days from now. So that's not tomorrow, is it? On Friday, where we really they have been. It is incredible how complicated the Ramble has become. The fundraising comes in. There's probably not including individual donations. There's probably another 100 different sources of donations that come in from sponsors or donors, shows that we've played where we were raising money for the vets and the Ramble on site. All of the different things that happen on the mountain the day that we play, right? We try to put them in different categories. The auction, which was amazing this year. The Ramble Canteen, which crushed it this year, right? For those of you that came down to the festival and you took a ride in a gator and gave a little tip to the drivers, well, that money didn't go to the drivers. That money went to the veterans. And so and there are all these little micro categories, and we try to keep track of it all. It's amazing the way the community works and organizes. You see that fog rolling in, by the way? It's kind of cool, right? Yeah, we're at low tide here, by the way, and I've talked to you about this before, right? It's like sometimes, so if it was high tide, I'd be standing in the water right now, and that is not. It looks like water, maybe, but it ain't. It's mud. It's the mud flat, because this whole, you can start to see. You can barely see the water out there now, but this whole harbor, right, this whole little inlet, it fills in with water, and then the tides, I think there's about a 12-foot difference, believe it or not, from high tide to low tide here in St. George, and so it's pretty incredible. It means that the view out here and the landscape completely changes throughout the day, hour to hour, and in this particular case, minute to minute, as the fog rolls in on us. Here it's pretty cool. But anyways, I digress. All of right, like, and for those of you that aren't a part of the Ramble Volunteer Army, right? It is organized in all these different platoons, and all these volunteers are working at different things, focusing on different aspects of the Ramble and the festival. And afterwards, right, we keep track of each, right, kind of each platoon, each little section, and whether it's raising money, or it's keeping people safe, or it's helping folks stay organized, or it's helping people park and get to and from the Ramble. And afterwards, we all kind of talk about all these different sections, right, and all these different tasks, and how we can make them better each year. And there's so many folks, right? I think that's one of the things that separates the Ramble from other events, right? Like, right, when people become part of the volunteer army, right? I mean, they're given. Oftentimes, they put on teams, and those teams have ownership in what they're doing. It's not like a normal job where, right, you're really working for a boss. It's like, oh no, you're going to be in charge of, you're going to be in charge of the camping. Okay, well, how do you want to handle that? What do you want the Ramblers camping experience to be? And after the dust settles, we all kind of think about it, and we talk about it, and it's the best, as it really is, right? It is so inspiring. I mean, the day on the mountain is inspiring, but for me, it's the way that this community continues to come together and get stronger and stronger, and tighter and tighter. It's pretty amazing. I know that for those of you who did not get enough of your time on a mountain, Moose Jam is happening this weekend. I will not be there, unfortunately, because I'll be on tour with the Bandies, but each year they organize a gathering right there on the mountain on the Ramble stage, raising money for the natural resources in the area there. They call it Moose Jam, and it's always a really special day. So if you feel like participating, headed back to Ground Zero Ramble in Ashburnham. Well, that's where you want to be this weekend. We will be a little further north of there this weekend. We will be up in Plymouth, New Hampshire on Friday night at one of our favorite spots, the Flying Monkey, cool old New England theater that we have a lot of histories and memories with. And after that, on Saturday, we're headed, and we're going to play a festival up in Maine called Trails End Festival. I think it's a tiny, small festival. But what I have heard, and I will be able to report back, and maybe even, well, I'm not sure where we're going to gather this weekend. Maybe we'll gather on Friday from the stage at Flying Monkey. But it would also be cool to take you to the festival. It's up in Millinocket, Maine, which is way up there. It's right next to Mount Katahdin, which is kind of the end of the Appalachian Trail. And so hikers, through hikers that have hike the AT. That's usually right, like that's the big climax. It is maybe the coolest. I've done a lot of hiking, and I've hiked a lot of the mountains in the Northeast, and it is a pretty incredible, amazing hike. But it's, I think what I have heard from people is that this is a festival kind of celebrating the end of the trail in the time of the year when a lot of the through hikers, right, have kind of come through and are celebrating the end of their hike. It feels like a pretty amazing place to be, and I'm excited that they invited us out to share our music there. On Sunday, we've got a sold-out live gathering at the patio in South Bristol, Maine, which is not too far from here, out on the water. Ooh, you see that sun? It's working to try and get through this fog now. The patio is this really cool restaurant where it's in a house. Literally, they turned this cute little ranch house on the water, this really beautiful sloping back lawn, into a restaurant. People eat on the patio, and a couple runs this restaurant. Our friends Kim and Mark. Mark is an incredible chef, and when you make a reservation at the patio, you don't show up and order off a menu. He cooks what he's cooking that night, and you eat what he's cooking. It's like you're going over to somebody's house, except that somebody is a badass chef. It's a pretty cool place. We played there for the first time during COVID when we were first doing the live gatherings, and we just had a special experience there. And so that's where we're going to be on Sunday. Three super fun nights that I'm looking forward to. I miss playing with my bandies. Lots going on this weekend. I like it. What's your end goal? Yeah. You're bound to fall. You want lightning, yeah. You want it all. And the long cactus cliffs. Crushing will be yours. Oh, to put you down. Now when I die, for a moment in the spindrift, I will give it all away to be swallowed by the ocean. A lifetime in a day. Drive off a ledge. I don't care. Drive off a left. I don't care. Divorce is the addiction that scars your mind. passion, yeah, but you'll never find, yeah, that won't hold me back, yeah, where I will dream, and I may bleed in color. If I did, I would be phased through the seconds I survive, and it cuts me with the memories of all I leave behind. But the leaving is the journey, and the journey is the find. Driver for this, I don't care. Drive off the ledge, I don't care. This voice in my head is screaming. It says don't throw it all away. But I've spent my lifetime dreaming, and now it's time to put the pedal down. Time to put the pedal down. Hey, 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 hey. I will drive. Drive off the ledge, and I don't care. Drive off the ledge, and I don't care. Drive off the ledge, ooh, and I don't care. Drive off the ledge, ooh, ooh, and I y'all, we are officially, as of today, 2 weeks out from releasing our new song, Erica. It's not really a new song. It's been around for a while, but man, this recording's new. Can't wait for y'all to hear it. It's been pretty amazing. Over this summer, our streaming numbers are just exploding. All started with the release of Sweet Beautiful Thing, and then Revelate, and then we snuck in Last Resistor with our friend Cersei at the Ramble. So much recorded music to be releasing these days, and it's been pretty awesome to see so many out there listening to it. I'm proud of this one. I can't wait for you to hear the recording. She likes coffee in the morning, hey, butter on her bread. She likes the sound of danger, but she plays it safe instead. She likes all the nasty weather, she will take it every time. She says nothing's feeling better than those first rays of sunshine. She struts along the path that she's on. She says you cannot know the right road when you're worried that it's wrong. Ooh, America, you've got us spinning like a drug. Your smile reminds us how we love. about politics and philosophy while she's cutting up your floor. She drinks Jameson and Jameson, Jameson some more. She's always eating big, except for bacon when it's round. 'Cause Erica believes that moderation keeps you grounded. She said, boys, play it fast and play it rough. 'Cause life is packed with moments and they don't last long enough. Ooh, Erica. Like a drug, yeah. Your smile reminds us how we love. When you walk into the room, we all go na 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 na. We go na 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 na. And there were times of consternation. We misplaced a spot behind our eyes. A moment's hesitation, but here comes everyone. She said, let's go howl at the moon. Ooh, Erica. Your smile reminds us how we love. When you walk into the room, we all go na 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 na. We go na 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 na. We go na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na. Ooh, ooh, Hells yeah. Thank you for joining me this morning. It's been fun hanging with you. Hasn't been the glorious sunrise that we've had the last couple times we've been out here, but it's still just pretty special to wake up and be here with you, to be out on the water or the mud flats, as the case may be this morning. And man, I'm excited to see a bunch of y'all this weekend. It's gonna be fun being back out on the road with the bandies. We got a lot of big announcements coming up. We're going to be announcing a European tour in December. Karina and I are going to be out with the Light of Day Music Festival, raising money to fight Parkinson's disease in about, I don't know what it is, 7 different countries throughout Europe. It's going to be pretty bananas. We're going to be announcing a Midwest tour. We're going to be finally getting and stretching out into, let's see, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Missouri, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing that there are people all the way out there. Some of you gathering today, probably, listening to our music. And we can't wait to come back and visit you all out there. We, believe it or not, have not officially announced and started really talking about the Winter Gathering, one of our favorite traditions of the year. For those of you that don't know what that is, you spend 3 days hunkered down at Lake Moore Resort in Fairleigh, Vermont. And this year it's going to be the second weekend in January. do 15 hours of music throughout those 3 days. No repeats. It's a deep dive into the music category. It's a deep dive into the community. It's inspired by this gathering series. And we already have, it's already a full house, even though we haven't even announced it, because every year, you gatherers that are there with us in person are allowed to sign up for next year before you even leave the resort. So, so even though even though it's September and we haven't even announced it yet, we got an amazing crew. But I can't wait to officially announce it and start talking about the winter gathering again. It is one of my favorite stretches of the year. And Erica being released 2 weeks from today. Boom. It's good to be with you. There's that sun. You see it back there. Yeah. Thanks for gathering with me this morning, y'all. Raise up your glass. Let us drink to the windy or back. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Yeah. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we have, for these moments that pass lightly and they won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly right up till the end. May we live them where joy is abiding. Raise up your glass. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who want with us. Here is to us and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around in good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Here's to the drink that we share. Thanks for hanging with me, y'all. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you again soon.